Good morning, everybody. It's the 7th of February. It's Non-Farm Friday. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are we all on this fine day?
All good, thanks.
Tickety-boo.
I think there's a storm coming in this weekend.
Oh, yes.
80-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, nice.
Lots of rain. I think Saturday's going to be all right, but Sunday looks like a bit of a write-off at the minute.
Saturday's all right, is it?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's always crap up north anyway, isn't it? So it don't make a difference for you, does it, Ian?
Just the floods, mate. Just the floods.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at how we did yesterday. First up, it was pretty rubbish day for the market that I chose, which was the DAX. Just didn't really go anywhere.
No, I don't think anything went anywhere really, did it? Waiting for today, I think.
Yeah, in a holding pattern ahead of non-farm payrolls today. So DAX, as you can see there, lost 1 pip or 0.02R on the day, so might as well not have bothered. Steve, you were stopped on oil, and Ian, you made 1.23R on Euro Swiss. So congratulations on the win.
Really, then.
Yeah. Overall, bit of a tick up in P&L, hanging around about that 50% level, having been, well, now 60 episodes in. So not bad. So Ian, you got anything for us today?
I'm just going to go with the flow, I think. Non-farm payroll, flip a coin Friday, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this. New Zealand dollar, decent sort of Elliott wave count, 1, 2, just consolidated, but only for a day. And then it's broken the lows. I looked at all the crosses this morning. They all look pretty bearish, and we're seeing a decent move to the downside already. So I'm looking at this 64.30, is it?
Yep.
The Elliott wave target's about 63.10. I just keep a tight stop and hope that it keeps going. So for about 4.8R, so
nice.
64.30, 64.55, 63.10, all dependent on non-farm.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
Okay, lovely. Steve, do you want me to go, or you got something?
Yeah,
I've got something ready.
Yeah, go on in.
I'm taking a look at Euro Yen. I had a go at it earlier in the week with some success, buying it on the break of this inverse head and shoulders or bottom pattern that I think's taken place. It was also a bit of a channel that it's broken out of. So a nice impulsive move to the upside. Actually went on to hit the measured move of this bottom pattern quite nicely. We're having this retrace back now towards the neckline of the bottom pattern, if it is that. We've got a bit of a hammer candle potentially forming now on the 60-minute chart, just in front of the support. I mean, ideally, I'd be wanting to buy it a bit lower down at around about 120.40. But I'm going to have a go now. It's at 120.56. And I'm going to target a move up to this 50% retracement level that I've got here, which is part of the larger swing move from the highs up there on the 16th of Jan. So I'm going to target a move to 121.30. I'm going to place a stop just below the neckline. That'll do it 120.34. So 3.229R on that one if it comes in. Obviously, all these ideas today are heavily caveated by the fact that it's non-farm payrolls and it could be quite wild out there. So good luck if you're taking a look at that. Steve?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Got your coin flip ready?
I have.
Heads.
Right, I'm trying to share. Why isn't it coming up? There it is. Is that it?
Coming. Yep, there it is.
I'm looking at Euro SEK. Euro against Swedish krona.
You buying it?
No? You
buying it?
Yeah.
Just been triggered on a short on our intraday analysis.
Well, you got a good chance then.
Is that why you're doing it?
Yeah, no. Bottom mean pattern on the weekly chart, and we're having a corrective rally. So it's just whether this correction this week, obviously it's been hit quite hard this week.
Yeah.
You can see sort of evening doji star formation, but then has it stopped? The sell-off stopped at the previous support level. We'll see today. Just looking at this bit of a reverse head and shoulders formation.
Whose dog's going nuts?
My dog.
Mine.
So reverse head and shoulders formation, broke the neckline. There's a nice trend line, short-term trend line here, connected by about 4 or 5 points. It's broken above it, just come back and tested below it. So I think it's quite a good risk reward. Well, that's where it was. It's moved, obviously. What's the last traded price now? 10.57.40. It was 20 when I wrote it. 10.57.40. Yeah, and I'm targeting a 61.8% retracement. So long at 10.57.40, the stop at 10.56.
Yep.
Target, we'll do 10.63 to round it up. There we go. Oh, 4 to 1.
Lovely. Good luck with that.
Cheers.
So news-wise yesterday, Euro was hit a little bit by the weaker than expected German industrial orders data that had a euro on the back foot, particularly against US dollar, and it broke down that key level that everyone's been watching. The ECB President Lagarde defended low interest rates and denied that they were responsible for rising house prices, but no direct commentary on monetary policy or interest rates yesterday. The US jobless claims declined to 202,000 in the last week. That was revised from 217,000 in the previous week. Obviously, all eyes on non-farms today anyway. Anybody else see anything else of any note?
No, this is saying this morning that the stock rally's been stalled because the coronavirus infections is basically getting some traction again, if you like. The death toll's risen to 636. That's doubling in just under a week. And the infections are at 31,000. There's a guy in the UK that's just been hospitalised this morning, come back from a honeymoon. So it doesn't look like we're stopping that quick.
No. So WHO yesterday, the World Health Organization, stated it was too early to tell whether the coronavirus is peaking, but Wednesday was the first day when the overall total of new cases declined. So there was some hope in the S&P, but I think there's been more reports today that, as you say, Ian, it's not really slowing. So conflicting reports.
We haven't heard anything else about this scientist really that's supposed to have found the cure, have we? Or was getting towards the cure?
No, one of my friends pointed out there was a stock in France called Novact. They're working on a vaccination for it, and he showed me the share price.
I've gone through the roof.
Screen. Because, I mean, coronavirus was actually picked up at the back end of last year, wasn't it? Before it sort of started.
Yeah, maybe. Whoosh.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's up 20% today.
It's fine.
I think from those lows there in October, let's have a little measure. Yeah, 853%.
Oh, my good God.
Wouldn't mind it being behind that. So it was a peak
Mind
to
a pound in that one.
1,024% with the peak.
Well, my mate, he sells crap for a living, as you well know, and there's now a national shortage of hand sanitizer. Just can't get it, and and the doctor's face mask. Some guy rang him up, wanted 25,000 yesterday or something.
He's going to be stuck on a lot of stock, I reckon, at some point when this all calms down.
Or maybe not.
Panic buying, or maybe not. Yeah,
it's a punt, isn't it?
I mean, these masks on Amazon now, they've got like a 6-week lead time.
Wow.
Good job I bought mine last week.
You're going to have to wear it for us one day.
I will. They're coming I think they're coming next week. The great thing is they're coming from China.
Oh, brilliant. They've come infected already.
Exactly. $5 each, bargain. They won't be sold at that. I'm looking at doubling my money at least.
Well, how many did you buy?
Only 4.
Oh, okay.
And one for the dog.
One for the dog. Sell the dog's one.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Yeah.
And the wife, just keep one for yourself.
And lock the door.
Okay, so news-wise today, as we said, non-farm payrolls at 1:30. We've also got Canadian employment report at 1:30. And we've also got the Canadian PMI data at 3 p.m. So this afternoon promises to be a little bit lively. If you're trading, I will be sitting this one out, I think, and just planning for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad shout.
Okay, gents, so let's wrap it up there. Good luck to everybody trading today. Have a great weekend, everyone,
Yeah.
and we will catch you on Monday.
Cheers.
Cheers. Enjoy.
Bye bye.